Good morning. I was thinking a while now what I can talk about. I don't want it to be just a casual talk today. And so I just spend some 5 to 10 minutes now thinking what I can talk about. And then I've come up with something like clearing your mind. That's what I've come up with today. So before you do anything in life, in the sense if you have an event, if you have a speech, or if you have to give your exams, anything for that matter, how do you clear your mind? What do you do to clear your mind? How are you able to focus on what you are doing? That's the thing. So for that, your clarity of mind is very important. See, I cannot share something that I've never done in my life. It's difficult for me. For that, I have to just read it out, no? You should always speak from your own experiences, in the sense what you have been doing in life, so that it becomes meaningful and authentic. If you want to speak about something that you have not done, like you are just giving a theory part of it, then you can as well read it. So I just spend a while, and this is something that I have done to keep myself focused on anything. I clear my mind. It's very, very helpful if you can do that. We have so many thoughts running in our head, and so many, whatever happens around us, we start thinking of that for a while. We have our own problems, and we have the information that we have been getting all the day. And there are so many things running in your head. So if you want to focus on something, if you want to do something, you have to bring yourself into that. And how do you do that? Because you don't want everything. For example, just let me tell you, I'd gone to a passport office a few months back. I'm yet to take a passport. I've not taken a passport because the reason is I never wanted to go outside India for a while until some of the decisions are taken, some of my personal decisions. So I thought, let me give it a period of time and wait until that. And once that period is over, I can think about anything else probably. So I just put my passport expired about 7 months back. And I'm just put it on hold because I tried, and there were some obstructions and some hurdles there. And then I thought, it's okay, anyway I have to be here because India is my place where I have to begin. The platform that I have got is India. And so I thought, I'm not going to try for a passport again. And I just put it on hold. And so when I'd gone there, I went alone, because most of the things in life I like doing alone. And if I cannot do alone, then if there is somebody I have to take, then I take. There are things that you need to learn doing alone. And some of the things are to getting things done for yourself, going somewhere, doing something. I'm not saying that it's wrong to have a company. It's always good to have a company. But see, it should not be a habit that we need a company all the time. So some of the things that we can do alone, we should try doing it alone, because there is so much of freedom when you do some of the things alone, right? So I'd gone, and I had because I traveled by train, I had a bag with me. And when I was entering the office of the assistant passport officer, they asked me to put the bag outside. And I'm like, I'm worried because I have all my documents in that. In the sense, some of the documents I'd kept in that, and so many other things, which I'm like, why are you telling me to? I can just put it on my shoulder, but they did not let me. They said, you leave it outside and come. And that is, you have to obey them. There is no other way. If you want to meet the officer, you have to leave it outside. And when I was standing there all the time, I was multitasking, in the sense a part of me is with the assistant passport officer, a part of me is outside because there's nobody with me and my luggage is outside. There's so many people outside and nobody is going to check on your luggage. Right. So, and another instance is when I went to the washroom there, I had to carry this thing there, and there was, unlike is there a place I could just hang it because you can't leave it outside. So there are problems when you travel alone, but it's fun. You learn a lot of things how to manage because knowing that there is nobody else, you learn to take responsibility of the things. You know, it's pretty interesting that way. So the thing is that when you're alone, even if it is an umbrella that you're holding, you kind of program your mind, I have this with me and there's nobody else with me to remind me that I have to take it. So all the time that you're doing anything, you have this in mind. You keep it outside when it is raining. Ask people who have gone outside in rain, they know how difficult it is to carry an umbrella and get into the shops and get things done, because along with your things you have this umbrella, and it's pretty easy for you to just leave it somewhere and forget about it. Yeah, and that is something that you don't want to do. So all these things you learn when you're alone. So that's the reason you should learn to take responsibilities, and which happens only when you're going alone. It's a good lesson. So many things in life, we know how responsible we can be, you know. I've seen so many women, once they have become mothers, they become very responsible. Unless and until they are a mother and they are left to themselves, they are not responsible. So when you take your responsibility, there's a kind of soothing, and there's a kind of what you say, relief that you get out of it when you take your own responsibility, and which you need to do when you are alone. Don't depend for everything on everybody. You know, you're missing out so many beautiful instances of life by doing it. Let's get back to the point of taking luggages. Okay. So I was talking about that, just like how we carry these luggages when we are alone and we go to so many places and our mind is multitasking, in the sense a little of me is outside with my luggage, a lot of me in fact is here with the passport officer, because I have something important to explain to her regarding the hurdles that I have been facing there, because they are not allowing me a passport, because I have another passport with me which is yet to expire, which has about 10 days, and I'm applying for another passport. So many things I'm trying to explain it to her, as well as I want to take care of my luggage which is outside. So that doesn't work with us most of the time. So it is not just one luggage that we carry all the time. Just imagine, from the morning we have so many other things running in our head, and it's like you are carrying a lot of luggages with you. And you are asked to leave them here, and little of it there, little of it there. So your mind is like wandering in all the places. You know, you are a piece of your mind is with one of your luggages, another luggage, another luggage, another luggage, another thought, and another responsibility, another duty which you have not done. So there are so many things in your mind, and it doesn't work out like that. So when you have to focus, now I want to do this video, I have to be here. I should just let go all the other things that is coming along with me. See, when you look at me, I'm just one person, but it's not like that. We have so many other things we bring along with us, right? That's something very interesting. Dr. Maya Angelou had said it so well. I cannot just repeat her words, but the thought is really, it's profound. She said that people who read are totally different from people who don't. Why so? Because the thing is that I always say there are 3 E's, like I spoke about it yesterday. There are 3 E's which are very important, which changes a person totally. It's not just age. It is one is your education, another one is your experiences, another one is your exposure. I always talk about these 3 E's. So what are these 3 E's? Look at it one by one. One is education, where you get to read a lot, where you get to study the theory part of it, where you go to school and learn so many things. So many from things from the book, so many things from the teachers, so many things from other people. So that is a E, the first E, that is education. It totally influences the person and it also changes you. An educated person is totally different from a less educated person. And we are coming to the second E, which is experiences. We all have that. So even if we don't have, you can order it as you like. Okay, you don't have to put the first E, the education first. You can always put it in the second slot. The first you can put is experience, because that is something everybody has. Experiences we all have, even if we don't have education. We don't match in our educational levels, but we do have experiences. We all have. But then we don't use it rightly. That's a different thing. We don't use it at all. We all have experiences, but we just let it go like that. Useless it is. We don't use it, because if you use your education properly, you grow wise. If you combine your education and your experiences, it makes you wiser and you are so smart as a person. So I believe that the first E is experiences, second is your education, third is your exposure. That changes a person. So when you look at a person, you feel that person is the same. She looks the same. He looks the same. The only difference is that she has got some gray hair and she's the same. She's not the same. She's not the same. She's not the same because all these three E's which you have gone through has changed you. It has influenced you. Your experiences, your education, and your exposure. Exposure means the way you mingle with people, the way you have seen the world, the way you have spoken to other people and been with people. All that fits into your exposure. So just imagine the value of these three things: education, experiences, education, and exposure. I always go by the power of these three E's, and don't waste them. If you can combine this, a person is totally different from who she or he has been. You are totally a different person. When you look at a person, you feel that the person is same. If you have seen a person when he or she is 3 years old, and then you were not there in their life at all for so many years, and you get to see them when they are 18. Okay, where is 3 and where is 18? Definitely you are going to look at them like they are a different person. Now 18-year-old man, the young man or the becoming an adult, it's totally different, right? So you start approaching that person because that person is different, because he or she looks different because of the age, right? But what we miss out is that people can change by the influence of their experiences, by the influence of their education, and by the influence of their exposure. They change a lot. They become better. They mature. They become hard. They can be any kind of change from that. So never underestimate the value of these three E's in our lives. So when you meet a person, don't believe that person is the same as how she or he was a few years back. What she has learned more, what he has, this education, it makes a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference. But if you cannot utilize that for some reason, you still have your experiences. And both of these could not contribute, then you still have exposure. You can go around the places, you can be working somewhere outside. When you get to be with people, when you travel a lot, that makes a lot of difference. But all the three things don't influence you if you're not conscious about it. If you don't know that these are three powerful things which can change you, it is not going to of any use. You will still live believing you are the same person who you have been when you have been totally changed out of these three things. office. I tell you that. So let's get back to the point we started. We started with telling about how many things we carry with us. So Dr. Maya Angelou said that when you look at me, I'm just one person entering a room. But actually, I've read many books. In fact, she has written some, and she has read so many books, and most of the characters has influenced her so much. So that means that, like I spoke about the 3 E's that influence you, the things that the characters that has influenced Dr. Maya Angelou is going with her all the time. See, when you watch a movie, sometimes what happens is that for some people like me, those characters, some of the characters, not all the characters, we know what is right and wrong, we know what is good and bad, we are not influenced, we don't let ourselves be influenced by all the bad things around. There are so many bad things happening in your house. You don't take it, you don't learn the bad things, you let go. That's the reason you're educated, right? Otherwise you don't have to be educated. So we know how to take let go the bad things and pick the good things in life. So Dr. Maya Angelou said, you don't underestimate who I am, because you don't know who I am, because I have so many. She names all the characters. So when I enter a room, all these people are coming with me. Yeah, how proud. I cannot tell you those lines, but you need to read it. So that's how we are when we think of doing something in the morning, or any time for that matter. There's a lot other stuff coming with us. We have a lot of luggage, So I read in a book, they call it backpack. So before doing something, leave your backpack outside and just take and be where you are. 100%. Try to be there doing that thing, and just keep away your backpack. If you don't do that, you're going to be multitasking all the way, in the sense you have to look a little here, you have to think of those things, you have to call up your house, you have so many things. So how do you clear your mind? That's my question. So the better we are in clearing our mind, we feel we are more free, less luggage, more comfort, they say. So you're comfortable. Are you sitting comfortably? It's comfortable when we have very less luggage in life. So you want to be 100% here, you have to know how to handle all the other things that is coming with you. So that's something we have to learn, and I try to do that. I think I've given you some points today, and these are all what I follow in life, which has helped me survive this 46 years. I'll be 46 in December. I keep saying that because I'm pretty proud of it, because I've earned it. I've fought a fight, so many fights I've fought in my life to reach this point of life. And that has made me a very strong person from inside out. And the thing is that I follow all these principles which I keep sharing with you. It's not like I just live in an unconscious state, or I just let life be the way it is. I'm not like that. I have come to this point of life because I've been working on all these things. I've led a very disciplined life, and I have mottos in life which I follow. And I think when you follow this all the time, it helps you to become a better person. It makes you stronger from within you. Yeah, try doing all these things. Maybe you are like me, you are a different person, you are not like everybody else. Maybe think about it. So if you are like me, these things are going to help you a lot. And that's the only point of showing up in the morning, because I get some kind of inspiration out of it, and I believe a little of inspiration can be shared with somebody else, because I enjoy watching some of the Bollywood videos. I enjoy watching some of the inspirational talks. So definitely you never know what is going to inspire you. Sometimes little things in life a little talk that you listen to, a smiling face probably, or a person who means what they say. All these things can make a lot of difference in our life, and that's the effort. That's it. So if I have something good, I'm just sharing it with you, a little of it. Is it not good? You go to temple, they give you prasada, and we all take it as an offering, and we don't mind it. We think it's holy. But thing is that when you apply that to your life, that works. If you have something good, give it to others. If you have something bad, let it go. Put it in the trash. Put it in your closet and flush it off. If you have bad things, don't give it to others. So that much if we do, life is much better. If you have something good, give it. If you have something bad, keep it to yourself. If you don't want to give it to yourself, put it in your closet and flush it off. Right? That works. Don't give it. Don't keep sharing your bad things with others. It's no use. So that's how it is. How you have a happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. And that's about it. I'll be back tomorrow. This works actually. This is much better than talking about all the silly stuff which I sometimes do, right? This is much better. So tomorrow I will come up with something more interesting. I will make a note of it, and we will have a talk. Okay? Have a good day.